UFG family, what up, doe? What up, doe? Welcome to the UFG podcast. Episode 12. Welcome, you guys. And I have, as you can see, I got my beautiful bride as my co-host for this episode.
Hello, everybody.
And we're going to discuss, it's kind of a part 2 on episode 11, right? Mm-hmm. So we can say this episode 12, but it can be 11B or part 2, whatever. But anyway, we want to keep our conversation geared towards the sneaker culture, because there's a lot of talk about sneaker culture is dying, you know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, I've heard a couple guys say, hey, Jordan brand is in trouble, which I don't see that being a problem.
Absolutely not. And
so here in Detroit, we were blessed with the opportunity to get the Jordan 17 Lightning Lows. They were only released in 4 stores nationwide, right?
Yeah.
And we were blessed to be a part of the store here at the store here at 218, which is owned by Roland Coit, Rospit. And they had the release there, and it was first come, first serve. So just a quick overview. Y'all seen the review I did. Here's the actual shoe if you're looking at it visually. Y'all seen the review. We did an in-depth review of the shoe, broke it down, and looked at the kind of the specs and the technology behind the shoe. However, when people say the sneaker culture is dead, now we were there. I already had my pairs, so I went down there that morning. I asked Ro, hey, can I come down and get some content? So you guys will see, we'll have a vlog. So he allowed me to be in the environment, involve me in the environment. It was a line wrapped around the building. If you ever been to 218 down in Eastern Market,
it was crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy, but it was crazy in a good way. It wasn't no foolishness. I think it was like one small little hiccup, but it was a successful release, man. Yeah. Nobody acted a fool. Everybody was cool. Derek Coleman was there, a legend, NBA legend. He was
so tall.
Man, yeah, 6'10", boy. Probably
I think
shoot
that's
the blood.
The tallest person I've ever met, in real life.
No, he about the same height as Josh, my best man.
Yeah.
In our wedding. Josh Fisher, he was 6'9", though.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you
go. So 6'10",
yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. All right, it's an inch. But anyway, so the release was so dope, and it was beautiful to see Detroit come out and show out like that. Again, it was only 4 stores in the entire nation that received this early release. So, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know me, man, I develop and cultivate relationships with people. So I had the benefit to get my retail pair, and I wore mine to the event. Yeah. Right?
Man,
so
people was looking like,
when I walked past, I was like, oh man, they was looking at me like, who is he? How he got, so, but anyway, man, but again, shout out to Ro, shout out to the whole 218 staff, man, Abu, Alex, everybody, bro, everybody up there, Jay, everybody up there, man, Ro, Miss Sharon, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, man. But kind of revisit that moment when we first got there. The line was crazy, right?
Yes.
So it was crazy. And at 218, if you ever been there, they have a window. It's almost like a drive-through window on the side of their retail space, actually, which is very smart. So they don't have a whole bunch of people in their store.
Right.
And if it's commotion, hey, you outside.
Right.
So, so they had the line wrapped around, and people was getting there. Like this one young lady, I interviewed her on the vlog. Y'all make sure y'all tap into the vlog. The vlog should be releasing we'll do it Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vlog will come out Tuesday. So a day after this is aired, I'll air the vlog from that day. And the young lady that was there, she had her dude and her child. They was there since 7. They camped
out in the back.
Yeah, man. They was there since 7 p.m. the night before. So this is Saturday morning. I think 11 o'clock the release started, and they camped out there.
I think she was there
Friday night.
The people that we talked to, she was the earliest one that we know.
No, the one guy was early with the braids. I forgot his name. Remember,
he said 10.
He was like he got his pair before her.
Oh,
he came out of line before her. Remember that other dude with the gray on? He had
It could have been though, because she said they would sleep in the back of the car.
Right.
Maybe,
so
yeah, she would have been there at 7, but maybe he got in line.
Yeah, no, he was there. Yeah, he was there because I remember the dude in the gray. He was the first guy we interviewed.
Yeah,
the guy in the gray. I think his name was Corey, if I'm not mistaken. He came out the line quick.
Yeah.
He was like, and then also when you purchase the shoes, Jordan Brand had it set up where you get a T-shirt that said the Jordan Brand. It had a Jordan Brand and 218 T-shirt. I wasn't able to get this T-shirt because, of course, I didn't purchase my shoes from that event. You know what I'm saying? So, and they also gave out gloves, which if you're watching on YouTube, they gave out these gloves. And I think it's a good quality pair of gloves. It has the Jordan branding on there, and then at the end, the JORDAN, the N is a 1 and a 7, kind of looks like an N. So, and I got more of these, man. So I'm gonna do a giveaway and hand them out. These are really, really dope, man. So it's a nice touch, and they're like racing gloves. They kind of pay homage to MJ's NASCAR team, because I think his NASCAR team just won something, and I think they racing gloves. That could be it. Don't kill me. But after speaking with the people I spoke to, that's in very, very prominent positions in Jordan Brand. So this is pretty dope, man. This is a pretty dope gift, and I got more. I want to give out some. So
yeah, we want to do a little care package, a little giveaway.
Yeah, just a giveaway of these gloves, man. So if you have, I'll do it like this. How about we do this? If you have these 17s and you didn't get the gloves, then comment down below. I'll get you the gloves, man. We'll find a way. We'll figure it out. And at least I know somebody listening. You feel me? So. Now, at this point, people are going out. Them shoes sold out within an hour. They were gone in like 45 minutes. It was done. Because it was before noon. So once the shoes sold out, the thing I really want to focus on is, like I said earlier, people are saying, oh, Jordan Brand is in trouble. They better start doing something different. No, Jordan Brand is fine.
Yeah.
The J's are gonna sell. It doesn't matter, man.
You think a line will form like that?
Yeah, bro.
LeBrons?
And these weren't guys like my age. I'm 45, so I grew up in the Jordan era. These guys were younger than me.
Yeah.
And it was a couple resale guys. It was that little scuffle argument.
Yeah, there was.
But it didn't have nothing to do with the 218 space. Yeah. It was like after the purchase, these guys were discussing, hey, man, won't you trade me, man? You still, it was like some real young kids out there. You could tell they were just getting it for resale. Right. Because the resale value on these right now, if you look on Go in the 10.5, which is my size, is like over $500 right now. Yeah. So, and it's a $300 retail shoe. So that's a $200 profit. You know what I'm saying? But that's
not the place to do it, man.
No, well, I mean, to be honest, it is. It is the place to do it.
I think people were just at that moment because they were selling out. People was like,
no. So what happened? I'll give you a little insight because I kind of overheard what happened.
Okay.
What happened was one of the younger guys, he got the shoe for resale. He didn't care about what size it was, and there was another guy. They didn't have his size, so he just took a different size, and he was trying to get him to trade him. He like, hey, man, why don't you trade me for my size? You going to resell them anyway. And the young kid, I don't know if later on down the street they walked off and they did it, but you know what I'm saying? It was just, and it was like, it started getting a little tension started to get a little heightened.
I did see somebody stepped in like, hey, you're gonna sell them just the same.
Yeah, you're going to sell them anyway,
but, at the same time, though, different sizes go for different prices.
They do.
So that, a lower, I think your size is one of like the hot sizes.
No, size 12.
Size 12?
Size 12 is the money size.
Yeah.
That's the money size.
And I know for women, 7.5, 8, 8.5 is like, that's like the hot size, really. So yeah, I mean, if he was a size 12 or whatever, but this guy had a size 10 or, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he traded him for either a lower or higher size.
It's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game.
He lost out on a little bit, but at the same time, it was more of a, community thing.
These are dumb comfortable, by the way, too. Y'all can see they dirty than the one that got warm yesterday with a sole. But they dumb comfortable. But, and then there was this one guy when we standing outside. So I was standing like
right on the corner.
Right on the corner. And
the fire hydrant right there.
Yeah, I'm interviewing people. I'm talking to Rose's mom. well, we talking to Rose mom, interviewing people that cop the shoe just to see the motivation behind it. We just did a couple.
We didn't want to like.
Yeah, I did. We did 3 to be exact. We interviewed 3 people. Although it was a gang of people out there, and this one dude, he walked past after they were sold out. I guess he walked in the store to see if they had them. I'm still outside. By this time, we kicking it with a couple people, and Derek Coleman come out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking it with DC. And dude look at my feet and just shook his head and just walked off like. But y'all gotta understand, man. I have certain relationships, man. You know what I'm saying? I've built that. I've done that. And I pride myself on that. So it's I didn't get them free. I still paid $300 for them.
And it's not. Let me find someone that can do something for me.
No,
you've also
it's just genuine. Yeah,
you've also contributed to whatever they needed as well.
Yeah,
so it's just that exchange of. You know, hey, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Favor for a favor.
Yeah.
And it's one of them things where it's like, hey, you know, I pride myself, and you know this being my wife, that's like I tell everybody, that's my superpower. My superpower is I love people and people gravitate to me. So, you know, I've built different relationships, professional relationships with people deliberately. And it's not to use them, as you said, it's not to use them at all, but it's to really just grow.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to grow in my space. Yeah. And, you know, my name's starting to ring bells a little bit. You feel me? Like, come on, y'all. Yeah, so anyway, back to the whole event yesterday. Again, it was a successful release, man. I think it was so dope.
I think that the line... people waiting and it added to the nostalgia of the 70s.
And that's what I really want to touch on when people say that the sneaker culture is dying. When people, and I seen somebody on TikTok, or not TikTok, somebody on Instagram Reels, he had a reel showing the 17 release in another, because it was 4 stores and we had one of them. So I don't know what the other 3 stores are. If y'all know the other 3 stores that they were released yesterday, comment down below and let us know.
Let us know.
But because I was trying to figure out what was the other 3 stores. But anyway, so he showed a video. It was a fight broke out at one of the spaces that they were doing that, you know, the release. Yeah. So these shoes, you know, everybody's kind of freaking out right now. A lot of it is kind of a mix, right? You got your resellers. They want a pair because
they want to resell.
They going for 500. Right. You know what I'm saying? 500 plus, just in my size. So, and then you got the guys that really want them. That just want them, because, you know, like one of the guys that we interviewed yesterday, I was like, what was your motivation behind it? He was like, MJ wore them. So
you can connect with that right there. You
exactly,
you
right.
Can connect with that.
That's we spoke the same language in that aspect. So when people say, oh, you know, the older you get, you're going to just fizzle out and you ain't going to love sneakers. No, I'm going to be 70 years old. Still rocking J's, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's what I grew up on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my culture. But and it's being passed down, bro.
I know. Our daughter,
like, kids are,
and just speaking from personally, our daughter and our son, they're like, you know, Nani, you know, I love my baby boy, but Nani at the same time, she's the one that calls them out. Those are 4s, those are 9s, yeah, those are 11s.
I've taught her well, because she'll sit and ask me, and we'll sit up on the phone. You know, we'll be laying in the bed, and I'll just pull up on GOAT. I'll put up Jordan 4s.
Yeah.
And then she'll just, oh, those are, okay, what's 5s, daddy? What's 7? You know, and so forth. So, but the thing is, like, one of the comments that was made, and this is not a shot at my man Front Page Aaron. He did the reel on Instagram, and shout out to Front Page Aaron. Aaron, if you listening, bro, shout out, much love, much respect, man. I love your reels and your content. You always give something to the community, man, something thought provoking to get the juices flowing. You always do that, bro. So thank you for, you know, your dedication to the community, and you are the culture, bro. You are the culture. We are the culture. So to kind of rebuttal, you know, I can respectfully disagree with things, right? Because Aaron did say that Jordan Brand is in trouble because they better do something, I don't think they're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I think if they continue to do retros, people going to complain. And they're going to say, oh, I'm tired. They just going, no, But when you get to stuff like this,
right,
where you got a line of people camping out overnight,
yeah,
it's not going nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
Jordan Brand is fine.
Yeah.
So the thing, what another thing he said, he was like, the young people now, they're gonna look at whatever their favorite YouTuber is, and they think, he,
right,
what he wearing is what's hot. But if we are the culture, then we pass down to the young ones
the right view.
We give them that pureness. We not gonna pollute it and taint it. You know what I'm saying? Mask it with greed or mask it with, you know what I mean? So it's on us too.
It's a responsibility that we have to pass down
absolutely
how to keep the culture alive in the right way.
Absolutely.
Because for instance, going back to them ugly Astro boots.
The Astro Boy boots, the big red boots, big yellow boots.
Those big old things. Everybody from my For You page, everybody was like, oh, these are so ugly, right? Then somebody wore them. I think it was Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne wore them, and then everybody changed their mind.
Everybody changed their mind. And it's like, we've seen them at SneakerCon.
SneakerCon last year, a lot of guys had them on. And we've
seen them this year as well.
Yeah, we've seen a few this year, but last year, because they came out last year, it was like, you see it, like, it was at least.
But it's like, you only wearing those because you want to either show off how much you paid for them, because people know that they're an expensive shoe. Why? I don't know. But also because you want to be the influencer type,
you want to go against the grain. You want to be that one that stands out. And it's like, all right, it's cool. I can respect that, right? I can respect a person that feels like, hey, I want to rock these because they different. Right. I can respect that. But them boots are not comfortable. I never tried them on, but when I seen people try them on, they get stuck in them. Like, they're not comfortable, wobble. And they're not like, they don't look good by any means. Either. They're not practical. So it's like, what are you doing? Yeah. Really, what are you doing? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Is it attention? Look at me. I got on big red boots. Look at me. I'm Astro Boy.
The only time I've ever seen them actually look okay on somebody is when they're either cosplaying like a character. Like
I ain't never seen nobody cosplay with them.
I think somebody cosplayed them. I forget, made like strawberry shortcake or something, and it was like something like that.
I mean, I can see that though. Yeah,
I see them more like a costume than anything else. Really,
I can see that.
So it definitely is. We have that responsibility to pass it down to the new generation.
But you know what, man? You can't make everybody like Jordans, Kobe's, Adidas, Sambas, whatever. You can't force the views on. But if we educating them, like, you know what, man? MJ scored 60, 69
here's the information.
Yeah,
do with it with what you will.
And then I don't think Jordan Brand is going anywhere or has anything to worry about. I think I ain't gonna say they don't have nothing to worry about, but I do think that they need to be a little bit more strategic on how they releasing stuff. Because I think, like, just for instance, they got these, they supposed to be taxis, but they got the red Jumpman plate on the side, on the mud guard. You know what I'm talking about? They black and white. They look like taxis. It's like, dude, just give us the taxis, bro. The taxis ain't released since 2012. Come on, man. Yeah, they did. They did the royalties like a couple years ago. They did. It's like, just give us the taxi. I think that Jordan Brand. I don't know who controls. Look, we gonna release this shoe, this shoe, this shoe. I don't know if it's a board. I don't know if it's a person. I don't know if it's two people. I don't know who it is that does it. But I really think that they should think about, okay, let's start releasing some of the nostalgia. Let's not reimagine it. Right. Okay. Reimagine was cool with the Jordan 1s. Reimagine the Lost and Found. That idea was dope. Yeah. That was super dope. That was cool.
It was great. It was
And then they went to, reimagine. And then they did the threes. The reimagine threes. That was dope too. Yeah. All right. But then, the reimagine 4s, that was cool.
I didn't like that they were all leather.
I kind of at first, I couldn't sit well with me, but once I seen them and I seen them in hand.
Because Elijah wears them all the time, and when we go out and stuff. And I guess I'm just used to it now. But I guess like the initial reaction.
Me too. I was like, I don't know how that's gonna look. But then when I, and it's good quality leather, man. So, but I really feel like they need to really go just to OG, bro. Mm-hmm. Go to OG. Start releasing, like, do packs, bro. Mm-hmm. Do like a 11. And like me and Buck was talking yesterday, do a 11 and a 12. That's 11 and 12 is 23. Do a pack like that. You know what I'm saying? Sell it for like 300, 350. Give us collectors something. You know what I'm saying?
Give it a collector.
Because you got the masses already. You releasing all these other obscure colors and all these wild colorways. Hey, some of them are fire. Some of them are like blah.
Hey, maybe this release, I would say, I'm going to clock it right now. Mm-hmm. Maybe this release is probably them throwing out something to kind of
check the temperature.
Check the temperature. Yeah. How did people react to something like this? And I think you're spot on with saying, as a consumer, give us a collector. Like, give us collectors something. Yeah, and I feel like this could be a good starting point.
And I do feel like I agree with you. I think that can be a good direction that they can go in. But
the Reimagines was already that kind of like, okay, but
they kind of they just reimagine, and it's like, no, okay, I like it, but it's like the Royal Blue reimagined ones, they decent, but I don't feel like that was a great switching it to all suede. Yeah. I don't know if I like that much. Yeah. But what they doing with the black toe Jordan 1s that's coming out, the black cement 3s, like, let's go there. Can we get some playoff 7s? Like, can we get some shoes, and man? Put a little
more thought into the presentation.
We giving, like, I want to sit down and count how many Jordan 4s they released a year. I want to sit down and look at how many Jordan 1, because the bulk of stuff that's coming out right now is your Jordan 1s. You get 1s released like every month, bro.
Right. I say 1, 3s, and 4s.
1s, 3s, and 4s. And not even 3s that much, man. Well, you got the craft 3s was last. But the 3s are like, but these 4s, it's like, dog, y'all giving us every color 4. And it's like, that's cool.
Don't do what y'all did to the 1s.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Oversaturate it. They're going to oversaturate the 4 because they oversaturated the 1s. Yeah. The 1 high OGs. And at a certain point, the 1 high OGs was so dope because they're so easy to wear. They're, nostalgia, just everything about it. But then it just got to a point was like, dang, another color. And it was like, okay, kind of back off a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, go into the 9s, go into the 10s. Let us get some 10s, bro. I love 10s. I think 10s are probably my favorite hoop shoes. Like, for me to hoop in, out of all the J's, I love 10s and I love 17s. Them like my hoop shoes that I used to hoop in. Yeah. But and of course 11s too.
I think they also, like I was saying earlier, they need to put a little bit more effort in the presentation of it. Like, okay, for instance, the presentation.
Well, this was a special release too.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was great. Mm-hmm. The briefcase, the cushioning on the inside makes you feel exclusive. It's a collector's item.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, for instance, the trophy rooms, that box, it's my favorite box that you have.
Oh, the trophy room set, the new Sheriff in Town.
The new Sheriff in Towns. That box is like my favorite, box that you have.
Well, that's because you seen Last Dance and the Dream Team. So you aware of that.
And so I feel like if we can just step up a little bit on the presentation side, even if they are releasing 4s, put a little bit more thought into it. And I feel they also need to just gear more towards the collectors.
And let us get the white cement 4s, like the bugging out joints. Like, I think they really should peel back and say, okay, let's look at what OG silhouette and colorway we haven't released in 10 years, right? Let's get that out. 10 years is
a good block.
Yeah, let's get that out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we ain't released. Like the Jordan 1 Chicagos. We just had the Lost and Founds, but the Lost and Founds are not the Chicagos. The Lost and Founds has the oxidized, oxidation on the outsole. Yeah. It has the stained midsole, and it has the cracked leather around the collar. So you got that. That's dope.
Yeah.
But I want some Chicagos. I want the regular Jordan 1 Chicagos.
Yeah.
But I wasn't able to get them in 2015. And now I'm not, it's almost 10 years old. I'm not going to pay $2,000 for some 10-year-old shoes. So it's like, come on, bro, give us that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that would really reinvigorate the hype, because I think not the hype, but the love, that nostalgia, that camping out. So that shows you right there, it ain't going nowhere, bro. Yeah. Whether it was for resale or whether it was for somebody to put them on their feet, bro, they camped out for that, dog. Yeah. And
you had one mama talking about, I need them for my son.
My son,
he just graduated.
And she was looking at, when I was kicking it with Abu, she was looking at us. She was like, how they got them on? Like, hey, I'm connected. And Abu is definitely connected because he works at 218. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, just, I'm sorry. You got to try again on the 30th. So they do release nationwide on the 30th.
So you guys still have a chance.
So you still have a chance, but I do not know the retailers that's going to have them. They're not on the Flex app.
And they're not on
because the 30th is this Thursday coming up.
I don't even think they're on sneakers either.
They're not. Nope. Sneakers is not releasing them. So they're going to boutiques again. I don't know if 218 is going to get another shipment, but I think maybe Puffer Reds. I think maybe Burn Rubber. I don't know. I don't know what stores are going to have them. If you look on Sneaker News, sneakernews.com or sneakerbardetroit.com, it just say Nike retailers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So it's probably just going to it's probably going to be one of them straight tier 0 type stores. Your social status, APB, those type stores are the ones going to have them.
How do you feel about that? Not knowing exactly where?
With me, I mean, I'm cool. I'm indifferent now because I got my pair, so I'm straight.
I mean, I'm not asking.
But if it was something like a shoe that I really wanted, like my feelings still hurt over them J Balvin's, bro. But if it was a shoe like that I really wanted, and I took an L on every freaking website and every freaking raffle, I took an L, then I feel like, okay, I'll be a little salty a little bit if I don't know where to get them at. But that's the legwork. That's when you got to get out here and you got to, y'all getting these. I mean, you develop these relationships with people, you'll be able to do it. Check out Snipes. DTLR may have them. You know what I'm saying? Shoe Palace if you have a Shoe Palace. Hibbett Sports if you have a Hibbett Sports. You just got to do your legwork, man. Look at sneakernews.com. Look at sneakerbardetroit.com. Look at all the, just look it up, bro. You got tools, you got resources. So just the best thing to do is find out.
I know.
But I don't know exactly what stores will have them on the 30th.
I know I've heard several collectors of like other stuff, whether they collect stamps or whatever. It's the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah,
that
man.
Also adds to that feeling of, yes, I got these, I worked hard for these. You not only worked hard like in your secular job, but you worked hard to actually find out where
put in the foot traffic.
And finding out where they're selling them and going to pick them up, waiting in line, all that good stuff. That's all part of the process. And like at the end, when you do end up getting them, what a relief, what a feeling, that smell, that feeling of opening up,
they still smell.
Opening up the box, loosening up the laces, licking the bottom of the shoe.
I don't do that no more. I used to do that. I don't do that no more. Because I don't be knowing now. Niggas might be trying them on. You be like, oh, that's a little salty. What's going on? You don't know. But yeah, man, I think yesterday was dope though.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
The experience, and then
putting ourselves in the right position.
In the right position, man. And then again, Darnell being Darnell, I done rubbed shoulders with some pretty high people, man. And I got some stuff on the horizon. I keep saying it, you know what I'm saying?
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. But
and this all goes to thanks to those who have supported us.
Yes,
so
for sure.
That you guys also give us the motivation to keep going out there, to keep doing the things that we need to do to make things like the podcast and YouTube and content all the time. We're always thinking about content. Every time we go into the grocery store, you putting on some, hey, we got to get We got to get some on Instagram. We got to put something out. We got to vlog something and
staying relevant.
And it's thanks to you guys. You guys showing all the support, our friends and family, and those who don't even know us but that support us on our channels. We truly thank you for the motivation that we get from you guys.
And when and it is kind of disheartening when you hear certain people like, what made people think that sneaker culture is dying? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't see it. Maybe I'm ignorant to it, because for me, I'm still that little kid. When some shoes come out, I really want them. I don't understand what people
I think it
means
would make
with
you
dying.
feel a little sad to make you to think that somebody out there does think that,
And I think with me, man, I think I got emotional. Saturdays, we came home, barbecue, my little sister-in-law is here.
Yes, my sister, she's here from California visiting.
From Cali visiting us. So, I barbecued yesterday. My mom came over, Ernest came over, and I gave my mom a great big hug, and I just released, because it was like, I'm watching the journey, man. It's surreal. Like, I really can't tell y'all the details of what happened yesterday and who I met. And, I don't want to put that out there like that right now. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? But these people that I met, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what happened, I'm starting to see that this journey is moving, and it's been moving. I've been seeing that, but
sometimes when you stop and actually
things
look back,
like, hey man, like when I was kicking it with Abu, Ro came out and he was like, that was like top dog for Jordan Brand, right? I was like, yeah, I know, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I replay it and I came home and because it was again that feeling. Like when I had the meeting with the other person, it was that feeling like I don't know how to feel.
I don't want to celebrate because
I don't know how to feel. I'm numb.
Yeah.
And then when I came home and I'm just I threw some ribs on the grill, some chicken, some burgers, sausages, hot dogs. I had a nice little intimate cookout with just our family and my mom and and Ernest. And I think when I'm in there seasoning the meat. And that's when I called you in there. I gave you a hug, and I just broke down, And it's like, wow, this is really, starting to move. It's starting to shake. And
I don't know if you remember me telling you that this feeling, this where we're at now in our space, is compensation for all the times where we didn't feel like continuing.
And we ain't even got nowhere for real yet. But we see it's moving.
Yeah, we do.
We see the movement. Yeah. And I've been, different people has been telling me and messaging me like, dog, you moving, bro. Keep growing. Keep growing. Keep growing. Keep growing. And, I got a high compliment from somebody who's like, man, you a solid dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
solid dude.
You a solid dude. And that's a, man to man, that's a good compliment for somebody who don't know you like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for him to say that and he's in a high place, that made my, that was dope, man. That was yesterday was really dope.
Yeah. Like
all the way around. And it really made me think like the sneaker culture is not dying, bro.
It's not.
Jordan Brand is not in trouble.
Nope, it's not.
Now, that's not to say that I don't agree with everything that Jordan Brand does as far as their releases when it comes to retros. They can
definitely work on some stuff.
Yeah, they can improve in different areas, but I don't think they're in trouble. I don't think like Adidas, because of Anthony Edwards, Adidas about to start outselling retros. No. The only person that gave Jordan Brand a run for their money as far as retros was Yeezys. When Yeezys dropped, everybody had to have Yeezys, right?
Yeah.
And Yeezy sold like crazy because he was on it. He kept releasing, and he oversaturated. 350s was crazy. You got all kind of colors in 350s. You know what I'm saying? So he gave him a run for that, but outside of that, it still didn't, and maybe I need to look at it from a different vantage point. You feel me? Like, maybe I need to look at it from not being a fan of MJ. You know, just because the origin of my love for the sneaker culture is MJ.
Right.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have never collected shoes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made getting shoes cool. You know, he made hoop shoes a lifestyle shoe. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was doing. Who else was getting endorsements?
Right. Yeah, maybe if we can find somebody along the way to interview, if they're not an MJ fan but a sneaker collector, let's pick their brain
and they feel like that the sneaker culture is dying. I just want to know why is that the narrative right now? I don't see that it's dying. Yeah, sales may not be like it was in the pandemic, but we was in a pandemic, and people was getting unemployment money. People was getting stimulus checks. So a lot of stuff has changed since the pandemic.
Have definitely changed.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't get the whole, sneaker culture is dying. Is it dead? Sneaker collecting dead? If
it's dead to you,
then let it be dead to you. That's more for me then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That means I can hit more of these raffles on these J Balvins and stuff, man. If it's so dead, y'all go sit down. Let me get them Balvins for retail. But it's just one of them things where it's like, you know what, guys? I seen it this weekend, and it's just a microcosm of one of the 4 stores, right? I only seen one of the 4, right? So just imagine the other 4 stores.
3.
Or the other 3 stores, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? The other 3 stores, just imagine that. So in Detroit, we seen, and I love my city, man. It felt good to see y'all come out like that. It was a nice day out.
People was complimenting Detroit. Remember, it was the young lady with the baby.
Yep.
And, you know, I know
she's from Ohio. Yeah.
But she said, "Man, y'all showed out. Y'all showed love. Y'all took care of me and my baby.
Yep.
You know,
y'all will see it in the vlog.
Yeah,
we interview her.
And you know, so to hear that was very touching as well. So good job, Detroit. Good job.
Yeah, they showed out, man.
We showing out on the draft. You know, we showing out.
Grand Prix coming up this weekend, this upcoming weekend. Man, so
y'all need to come to Detroit, man, and just experience the city because we got some
Detroit
stuff
is growing,
up,
man.
I love it.
And we finally starting to get our due. You know what I'm saying? Like, Detroit is starting to get we starting to get our due in the sneaker culture. You know, I really feel like we making noise for Jordan Brand to select Detroit for one of the release spots for these, an early release spot for these.
Again, you guys, this is one of the four in the nation.
In the nation that had these shoes. And they only had limited quantities. They didn't even have a lot. So for them to pick Detroit, man, that's dope, bro. That's dope. And you know they sold out and they 300.
Yeah.
So they ain't shit. Right. They sold out like that. So
right.
You know what I mean? And it's just it's just like I said, it's just encouraging to see that because when we was walking past, and you'll see on my vlog, when we was walking, I put the camera on all the people that was in line. I'm like, sneaker culture dead where? No, it's not.
Right.
It's not, man. For certain people, you know, we're never gonna go back, right? So you probably have certain ones that want to go back to the 2015, 2016, where you could just walk in the store and get some white cement 4s, you know, or you could just go get the flu games.
It'd be great to do that, but
it'll be great, but we can't. We're not gonna go backwards now. You gotta adapt. You got to adapt. And if people are tired of shoes, people can complain all they want. Like, you're gonna have a certain part of the community. Oh, I'm tired of Jordan 4s. I'm tired of 4s, but let them release like a Amamanier 4, or let them release another Union 4, or let them release a 218 4, or a corporate got 'em 4, or, you know, let them release one of them type 4s. They gonna be all over it, bro. Like, they ain't tired of 4s no more. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of them things, man, where it's like,
somebody's always gonna, you can't please
the culture,
everybody.
we do it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so different individually, right? So we have different wants, you know? Like me, I like the collabs, you know, the Travis Scott stuff and the Amamanier stuff and, you know, all the other different collabs. I like them. I do. But I'm more of an OG type person. I like the shoes that MJ wore.
Right.
Like, if I can check them all off, if I can get like in my collection, I got quite a bit of shoes, right? Of sneakers. Mostly Jordan. And out of all my Jordans, I don't have all the OG colorways from 1 through 14, right? That's a goal.
I know that's your goal.
That's a goal. Right. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
But
how many of the 14 do you have?
Out of the 14? I think I got 13 out of the 14.
Okay. Which ones are you missing?
I'm missing 14s. I don't have no 14s.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have no 14s. So, but
I like the whole set.
Yeah, right. Guano balls. But you know, they got some 14s that's coming out this year, the Black Toes. I had those originally in 97. So that's gonna be cool to get those. And but neither here nor there, man. The sneaker culture is not going nowhere, bro. I'm just, and then if Nike continues on to, like, when we were talking, and I don't want to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. When he was like, man, because I had my X-Man shirt on, vintage, right? And it was a couple guys walking past. He was like, man, he got a vintage shirt on too. He was like, man, that's what this about. Everybody with the vintage T-shirts on. That's what it's about. That nostalgia. It's the nostalgia, bro. That's what has a hold on us. And those who are not from that time frame or that window, they can look on and appreciate and like, oh, that is a dope shirt.
Right.
X-Men 97.
Don't know nothing about it,
yeah.
But if it looks nice and it feels nice,
right,
they'll gravitate to
it, man. Yeah. So it's just one of them things where it's like, we not going nowhere.
Yeah. Point blank period. We're not going nowhere.
Man. The sneaker culture ain't going nowhere. So this was a dope release, man. And I loved it. I love everything about it. And I'm going to just repeat myself and thank everybody at 218, everybody at Jordan Brand, everybody that we rubbed shoulders with, shook hands with, dapped up, interviewed, whatever. That whole experience was dope. And it felt good to show up there with mines on. You know what I'm saying? That
Congratulations
felt real good.
Again to Ro on a great release.
It was just release. Beautiful, man. Yeah. Everybody involved, man. Yeah. So this is just a short podcast, a short episode that we wanted to film to really let you guys know the sneaker culture is not dead.
It's not.
And
I think this added to the proof that it's not.
Yeah, and it's going.
This release was.
And I really believe that Jordan Brand is going to go in that direction. What you saying? They kind of like tested the temperature right quick.
Clocking it.
Go ahead and clock it. You know what I'm saying? Go on and clock it. And I think what's really happening is we gonna start to see a shift because come on, man, they get paid to pay attention to the community.
And you know what else too? One thing about collectors, they'll spend that money to get what they need. People are going to pay the $300 on this because of that briefcase, probably.
Yeah, that's what old boy said. Because he was like one of the reasons. He was like the briefcase.
These were the last shoes that he wore. So I mean,
it wasn't the last shoes.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, no.
But collectors will spend a pretty penny to get a collector item. To get something that feels exclusive to a collector, collectors will spend that money. And I feel like Jordan Brand can definitely go in that direction.
And I feel like as long as Jordan Brand keep going in the direction they going in, bro.
Yeah.
The bad apples will filter out.
Yeah. They'll always filter out. Yeah.
When we get in the middle of the summer, when we get these more, because there's some more releases that's coming up that's dope, bro. We got a couple dope releases coming up, not just Jordan Brand, but Nike also. We got some phone posits, some dope phone posits coming out. We got some stuff that's coming out this year, man. And then, towards the end of the year, we got those Black Toe Jordan 1s. We got the Black Cement 3s. We got the Columbia 11s, the Legend Blue 11s. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got some heat coming.
Yeah.
The sneaker culture ain't gonna be dead then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So we'll see y'all in the summer.
We'll see y'all in the summer and in the fall and in the winter and next year. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at the forecast for next year.
Right.
Next year got some heat, man.
Great.
So it's not dying. It's not going anywhere. So I think it's more of perception. And I think you guys, you know, I'm not going to tell nobody how to feel and how to think. If you feel like it's dying, then it's dying. For me, I love it. I love it just like I did when I was 15, 16 years old when I started buying my own stuff back then. I love it just as much, if not more now. So at the end of the day, man, it's about perception. Maybe if you feel like it's dying, maybe you should look and say, is it really dying or is it me that's losing my love for it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it could be you. Just maybe you losing your motivation and your love for it, and that can make you feel like
go
the
watch
culture
Last
is
Dance
dying.
And then
yeah, right. Just watch the Last Dance.
You.
That's all you need, bro. But
yeah, this was a great chat. This was definitely needed because again, just really emphasizing that the culture is not.
It's not dead, bro. It ain't going nowhere, and we're gonna continue to harp on this because we're giving it life as we talk about it. Right. We breathing life into the sneaker culture. The more we talk about it, because it's not going. I mean, if anything, the sneaker culture has expanded leaps and bounds. Look at these. Back in the day, you didn't have collabs with Jordans. You didn't have these boutiques doing collab. Armanier and Union and 218 and all these other boutiques. You didn't have them doing these collabs like this, man. Corporate got them with the airships, and you didn't have that. Now you got that, and it's growing, and it's continuing to grow, and it's gonna keep going.
Audience. It's reaching a new audience.
Yeah.
So
and it's gonna keep going, man. And so again, I lament to you guys to. If you feel like personally for you the sneaker culture is dying, then you need to really think, what is it? What is it? Because to me, I love it. Keep it coming.
Keep it coming.
Keep it coming, bro. I love it. So, but anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And that'll be finito, man. Yeah. Good job. Good job. So again,
wait, no, that high five did not.
That was weak. Yeah, there you go. You know, and again, I just want to give a special shout out to everyone that we came across this past weekend, this past Saturday, yesterday. We want to show, I want to show all y'all my love and respect, man. And if we connected, then you know we gonna be in touch. You know how I roll. And again, you guys, comment down below, man. I'll see about getting y'all some of these gloves, bro. I got a nice amount. Yeah. I got a decent amount. It was thrown to me and told me to hand them out to my subs. So I got a decent amount. Y'all want some? I know they just gloves, but hey, you know you can just keep them, hang them up somewhere. Yeah. Just part of your collection. So, but at the end of the day, man, thank everybody for everything. Everybody was super dope to us, and it was just a great experience, and it was great and so dope. Again, thank Ro for allowing us to be in that space. And then once I got in that space, I did my own thing. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, man, thank you guys. I love you guys so much. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Remember always, man, always. And, you know, I say this at the end of every video, but I swear to goodness, this is organic and I mean it. Keep making noise until somebody hear you. Because somebody is going to hear you. So people you have to stay ready.
People hearing us.
They hearing us. So you have to stay ready. That way you don't have to get ready. You already ready. You ready to go. So just keep it going, y'all. Keep it going. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you next Monday on the next episode. Next episode. I don't know. I'm about to say, I ain't going to give it away. So y'all tune in next Monday. We'll see you. I'll give you this hint. My boy Buck will be sitting there.
Buck be back in the house.
Buck will be back in the house. Buck will be in the house, man. And we got some good conversation. You know Buck do his research. So he got some good info for y'all too, man. So I love you guys again. Comment, like, subscribe. And good job, babe.
Good job.
And we'll see y'all on the next one, all right? Peace.